Yeah. Your way. Yes, oh. Some people feel one question the way that we live in. They question the way that we do. They wonder about how that we say that we.
Hi guys, and welcome back to Lynn's Corner. So today I've titled the name of this video Bin It. So you know that emoji, guys, that we always use when something happens and you're like, this is nonsense, this is rubbish, no, doesn't deserve my attention at all, and then you just show that man throwing away in the bin. So I have experiences that I've decided, like, you know what, I'm not gonna let this continue meditating on these experiences. I'm just gonna bin them. So I have down here, obviously you can't see, but experiences that I wrote. Unfortunately, I don't have a bin, but I'm just gonna scrunch them up and throw them down. So the first experience that I am going to talk about is sexual harassment. What? Yeah, okay, it wasn't a major harassment, but I felt it, guys. And okay, so I'll explain what happened. So I was in this particular building one time, and I was going to a particular floor. Okay, so anyway, I went by the elevator and then I waited for it, and then I got inside. And as I got inside, the security guard of that building asked for me to hold the lift because he also wanted to go up. So I held the lift for him. And then when he came in, I pressed the floor that I was going on, and he didn't press any floor. So I just assumed, like, okay, he's going to the same floor for whatever reason. So guys, as we are in it and then the door closes, just the two of us, this guy legit comes closer to me like, oh, hi, you know, all those things. And okay, I didn't want to be rude at first, and I'm not really a confrontational person, so I'm not just gonna be like, hey, when I leave me alone. Guys, this guy comes, he's rubbing my hand, and then he's like putting my hair off of my face, and I'm like, oh my gosh. And then at that point the elevator opened, so I just left and I went inside where I was going, and I thought, okay, you know what, that's the end of it, no biggie, you understand. So I had to leave the building and then come back. And then when I was coming back, the elevator was sort of like full, and that security guard was also inside, and there were a bunch of other people inside. And then when I got in, he positioned himself to be right next to me. So there, guys, he was really busy caressing my hip, and I'm like, dude, it's so full in here. And I was also embarrassed to sort of like be like, hey, stop it. So as soon as the elevator opened for whoever was going on whatever floor, I went out, and then I finished everything else with the stairs. Like, I went up the stairs, and when I got there, I complained about it. Like, I spoke out about it. I was like, okay, this is what the security guard did to me. And guys, the reason why it's one of the experiences that I'm putting on my Bennett, and the first one I'm talking about, is because the security guard, when confronted with the issue, he denied it. First, he denied it, and then the next thing, because the person who was handling the issue was also a man, he just said to him, why don't you just apologize? The lady won't put the matter forward. Like, take it up, like, make noise and stuff. And I'm looking at him like, I don't want an apology. Like, you can't come into my space and expect me to just be quiet about it because you're just a man or whatever. And this guy was just like, he's sorry, but he didn't do it. And I'm like, what? That's not even an apology. And then everyone was just like, okay, cool, let's leave it like that. It's over. I felt violated, guys. I'm not even gonna lie. Especially when there were other people inside the lift. I don't care. It was just my hip, but it's my hip. It's my personal space. And this guy just came into it. And after that, there was a bit of hostility that I felt coming from the guy. And it was just too much. And in the end, it's like, as a girl, you become like, it's like you're the problem, but you're not. Somebody violated your space. So I'm going to bin that experience and just put it in the bin, our imaginary bin, because, like, let's not even talk about that, and I'm not gonna think about it anymore. It's in the bin now, where it belongs. My second experience is also with a man. Like, guys, I don't know, like, I don't understand men sometimes. So I started a business once where I was selling shoes, and so what happened was, there was the main building where I would go and buy shoes in bulk. They only sold in bulk. And then downstairs there was a person who was also selling the same shoes outside, but you could buy it with the same bulk price, but you just buy a single one. So when I found that out, I was like, you know what, I could actually buy from the guy outside, because then maybe I could also manage to negotiate the price down, because I was buying a lot of shoes. So then, guys, what then happened was I went there to that guy, and when I was busy trying to buy the shoe, I realized that the shoes were dirty because he was working outside. So I decided at some point, like, no, you know what, since it's the same price, let me just go get the cleaner shoes that actually have nice plastics on them, so that my customers won't complain. So I told this guy, I'm like, after 10 minutes, I was like, you know what, actually, I didn't have the money right now. Let me go withdraw and come back. Guys, this guy, he just turned on me. He's like, what? Hey, I've been waiting here for like 10 minutes attending to you. Hey, do you know that I've got a family and I could beat you right now and disfigure your face? Your family won't even remember you. I'm like, okay. And then there was like a police van that was parked there. I'm like, do you see that there's a police van parked there? This is basically assault. He's like, I don't even care. Call them. Let them come here. What? And guys, what made it worse was there were other men that were also there, and they just simply didn't care. They just let him shout at me and all of that. And in the end, I had to like run away from him. When he turned his back, I just ran, and I was like, never ever am I going to come in the street again. And he even told me, he's like, if I ever see you again, I'm gonna kill you. And guess what? I believed him, guys. It really brought fear into me, because then for a while I was just like, I can't really go back there and buy my shoes, because this guy's gonna see me and hell's gonna break loose. But well, we're binning it now, so I'm no longer afraid. My business can carry on. The next experience was the fact that okay, so I went through something, and there was a friend that I was really confiding in, and she was very supportive, and she was like, she felt where I was coming from, and she basically knew everything about what I was going through, because, well, she's my friend. I was confiding in her. So I happened to come across a recording that had been made about, like, I think maybe 5 or 6 people that were in a certain place and were talking about it. And guess what, my friend was at the forefront, and she was sort of like divulging information that I had told her on a personal basis, like, you my friend. So I guess it really hurt, because this is my friend. But then I also thought about it, and I said, you know what, there's this thing that we used to talk about when we were young. We said truth does not break any friendship. So I'm binning that, because, well, you know what, you don't need people like that in your life. Hell no. So yeah. And then the last experience that we're binning in this episode of Bin It is the fact that, guys, so for the past 4 years I have been trying to obtain my learner's license. So before you get your driver's license in South Africa, you first have to, okay, maybe in all countries, you need to get a learner's license, so you know what it is. So I have been failing, guys, like legit. Like, I'll just go right and fail, and I would have studied, like I would have, like, genuinely, but I still failed. So people started asking me questions like, how can you get your degree and still fail your learners? How can you put that dumb so and so, this and that? People, this person went the first time and they got it. Some were speaking about how they didn't even have to study, they just studied the day before and they got it. Well, to all those haters, I just want to say, look at me now. Okay, maybe you can't really see it, but it's a learner's, guys. It's a learner's, and I ain't stopping for nobody. I'm getting my full license soon. I am. So, guys, that is my episode on Bin It. And I know this was real, this was deep, because I legit let you guys into my life. But anyway, so I just wanted to say to everyone, to encourage you to oh, we didn't bin this experience. Okay, yeah, bin the haters. So I just want to say to anyone who's still watching at this point, that you should also bin experiences that sort of like bring negative vibes to you. Because one thing I know about these certain experiences, they sort of hurt you, right? And then when you keep them, they sort of like, you start making reasonings and decisions based on those feelings that those experiences bring, and before you know it, you've formed a character. So never allow experiences that bring fear to you, that bring anxieties, that bring sadness, anger, form a part of you, because that then becomes your character at some point. You know, there's some people who just don't trust people because there's been experiences that they experienced experiences that they experienced experiences that they experienced that brought out that thing, like you can't trust people, and now that's who they are. They just don't trust people. You know, there's some people that just can't love genuinely because of experiences that they've had. You know, maybe somebody hurt them or whatever, and I know that it does, like, it's not easy to just bin something, but try it. Just let go of something that you've been holding on to for a long time or a short time. Like, I've been holding on to these things for like a long time, and I just let them go. Like, I feel better, honestly, I do, because you know what, bin it, it's gone, never to be mentioned again. Like, hey, you ain't part of my life no more. You're not gonna form part of my character. No, I'm gonna trust friends. I'm going to walk in front of that shop. I'm gonna do my business, and I'm definitely going to get my license, because I'm not dumb. Hello, sorry that you thought that. But yeah, guys, make sure that you are the person that you are because of positive experiences, because of, even if you don't have positive experiences that you can use as a reference. Like, I'm a happy person because I've been through happy experiences. Be yourself, be that experience, you know, like, to other people. Like, let them see you always happy. Like, okay, she's always happy. Oh, she always loves people. Oh my gosh, she's so trusting. But of course, you trust. Okay, let's not talk about that. But I'm just saying, guys, like, be a person that does not allow bad experiences to form part of their character. Don't be that person. Choose to be positive, choose to be happy, and bin experiences that bring negative vibes. Like, bin people, even if they, like, legit, and throw them there. Well, that is today, guys, and I hope that you guys like this video. Share it, subscribe, guys, like, share, subscribe if you haven't, like if you haven't, comment if you like. But yeah, see you next time.